Firearms.
We're here on a cold Canadian spring morning, and I want to make it clear that we're in Canada because we have something new to Canada, something you guys have been waiting for, specifically the incoming KelTec RDB. We have one of the first ones to hit the country. Now, we have the KelTec RDB-C. If you had a 20-inch rifle, normally you would need a big, honkin' beautiful case like this from our friends from Air Armor in Texas. By the way, we have an upcoming review of this amazing piece of kit, so make sure you watch that. But have a look at the KelTec RDB-C. Now, it's an extremely compact model. It's a little bit different than some of the other KelTec models in that it does not have the pistol grip.
We do have the C model, which is California compliant. California draconian gun laws, not allowed to have things like pistol grips. So we've got that model.
To give you an idea on the compactness of this KelTec 5.56 rifle, I'm going to put it up against some other bullpups that are available in Canada. So namely one, we've got a 20-inch barrel here, an 18-inch barrel, 18-inch barrel, and a 17-inch barrel. So if I lay the KelTec down side by side, you'll see that the KelTec with the 20-inch barrel has pretty well the same overall length as the 18-inch Tavor and T97. Now, if you're going to use this for, say, hunting or as a scout rifle, this rifle really may meet your needs because you are getting that 2 inches extra in the same overall length as these two rifles. So the RDB, like all these other bullpups, takes standard AR-15 magazines, which is great, so you don't have to buy a whole new series of mags. In terms of features of this rifle, where it is extremely unique is it is a downward ejecting bullpup. So a little bit different than your Tavors, your T97s, or even your front ejecting FS 2000. It has a really cool feature that I love, that being the HK MP5 style charging handle. It also has standard bolt release on the left hand side of the stock. It's actually ambi, it's on both sides of the stock. One thing I didn't particularly care for was the mag release being on the right hand side of the RDB-C. Now, as far as I understand, the pistol grip versions of the RDB will have a Tavor style magazine release. Now, one of the things I did not like about this RDB was the fact that you cannot visually chamber check this rifle with a magazine inserted. So to chamber check this rifle, you actually need to remove the mag and physically look inside the mag well to determine if you have a round chambered. That is one thing I did not like. Now, in terms of weight, the unloaded weight of the RDB-C is about 6.9 pounds. The trigger on this model we tested at 4.5 pounds, which is almost half of what my stock Tavor trigger is. In Canada, the KelTec RDB is classified as a non-restricted rifle. So for our American viewers, that actually has a lot of importance here. That means this rifle does not have to be registered. That opens up some interesting uses here in Canada. So if you're tactically minded and you want to maybe get into like a scout sniper type rifle that you can take in the field, this would be a great option. It's really light, it's really compact. As well, if you're into hunting, especially varminting, this would be a great rifle using 223 rounds. This rifle has a 1-in-7 barrel twist. This particular model has a mount for a bipod or a sling, which actually comes from the factory. Now, the pistol grip version will have a lot more rails for accessories, so that's one of the key differences between the RDB-C model we have here and the pistol grip model that hasn't hit the country yet. One of the things that a lot of new platforms tend to have issues with are they can be finicky about magazines and ammo. So today we're going to try 6 or 7 different types of magazines, 4 or 5 different types of ammo to try to identify if there's any sort of problematic brands as they cycle through the RDB. We've got KCI Drum Mag, Hera, D&H OK, Hex Mag, Magpul Gen 2, Magpul Gen 3, ATRS, Magpul Shorty, and a LAR Mag. Let's see how this thing performs. In our field testing of the RDB, we tried out 5 different types of common ammo: Winchester White Box, Independence 5.56, American Eagle Black Box, Norinco 5.56, and steel-cased MFS 223. Okay, so our first time shooting this rifle, and in terms of bolt hold open, this rifle does have that. You just can't tell because there's no really visual way to check. So like the Tavor, your charging handle goes limp, but to chamber check, again, you physically have to remove your mag and look at your chamber down through the mag well. So the LAR mag, success, no issues. Magpul Gen 3 Shorty.
More of the Chinese surplus and a D&H aluminum mag. Oh, now we got an issue.
In testing all our mags, everything ran fine with the exception of 2 steel mags that had repeated failure to feeds. Now we couldn't initially figure out what the problem was.
We're going to switch out to Winchester white box, and we're going to try it in the OK metal mag. OK metal mag with Winchester white box.
What happened there?
Don't know. Failure to feed.
Maybe it doesn't like the metal mags.
We are wondering if this rifle doesn't like metal mags. This is the second one we've had a failure to feed with. We're going to keep playing with it a bit here to confirm if that is the case on this rifle. So we've had a couple failure to feeds with the metal mags, and like any time you're shooting, you want to figure out what's the corrective actions.
Upon further investigation, what we identified was these 2 mags had Ranger plates on them. And when we were shooting from the bench, we were resting the mag on the bench and creating upwards pressure into the mag well. This was causing the repeated failure to feed. Once we stopped putting upward pressure on the magazine, this error went away. So just a note of caution to all you guys, if you're going to be shooting from a bench or shooting from a prone position, make sure you're not putting any undue pressure upwards on the magazine.
So removing the pressure from the mag, from the base of it, it ran clean. So we're going to do this again. We're going to try to recreate the failure by creating pressure from the bench. So we're going to try to recreate the failure that we were doing earlier. There we go. So again, just to confirm that we've solved the issue, we're going to go back to the D&H mag, and we're going to shoot it without putting pressure from the bench. That's a failure, isn't it? That was 4 rounds. Oh, it wasn't. So problem solved. We figured out what we were doing wrong. So if you have got Ranger plates on your mags and you're shooting from a bench, make sure you're not creating pressure upwards into the mag well by resting the mag on the bench.
As for accuracy, our field testing was, around that 3.5 inch grouping at 100 yards. Not amazing, but it is also minute of coyote. So again, if you're looking for that kind of out in the woods, scout style, or more importantly, predator control rifle, that's where this rifle will fit in. I mean, if I had unlimited funds and I needed a non-restricted compact rifle, I'd have a trunk full of Tavors. RDB, brought to you by Coat of Arms. Special thanks to Land Shooting Supplies Silverdale Gun Club for allowing us to use their facilities to test this rifle. Special shout out to Odell Engineering for some cool reactive targets to let us complete our testing. You're watching Coat of Arms, KelTec RDB, first in Canada, hands-on review.
And so you don't miss out, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to us on YouTube.com. This is Coat of Arms.